All right, I think we're live. How's everybody doing? Just turn this down here so I don't get any feedback. Let me know if the audio is good. Happy New Year. Kicking off the 2019 in style. Got some good stuff coming. So hopefully, we're here, but I'm here. I'm yours. I'm yours live for the next, whatever, hour, half hour, 30 minutes, whatever you want. You keep me. If no one watches, we'll just log off and we'll be done. But you guys are down. Get your questions in. I'll be reading them right here, and we'll get started. Got some exciting stuff happening and some good stuff in the mix for 2019. So I want your feedback, want your thoughts. So we want to just provide the best possible content, instruction, entertainment for all of you. And so whatever you got. If you like when I'm outside doing the live with the swing in the club and doing that too, let me know how you like that. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that or we'll just do kind of a Q&A like this. It's easier for me to Happy New Year back. It's easier for me to kind of engage with you guys like this and just read and get your questions. That's a little easier than being outside doing tips and drill videos. So I don't know if you want to continue with the live, but we could always do it. Anyways, let's see. I've had my irons for almost 6 years and still happy with them since technology has been under par. Should I get new irons? Check it out. Here's my irons. I'm still using the AP2s. They're a few years old now, and yeah, you got wear spots in them. I love them. I know a guy plays with irons that are 20 plus years old. So I would say, look, if you're happy with what you have and it performs well for you, stick with it. I would rotate my wedges in and out more often, just because you want cleaner grooves, sharper grooves, and then you can, just keep getting new wedges. That's something that I do a lot. I'm always getting new wedges, and I'll update my driver maybe every couple years because I want to, for me, I feel like my driver would wear out more so than my irons. A 7-iron, this still is going to hit the green and stop, even if the face is worn quite a bit. Whereas my wedges, I want nice, crisp, sharp grooves in those things. It sounds a bit low. Okay, we'll crank it up for you. Gotcha? Let me know. Let me know how that works. Turn it up. Turn it up a little. So just let me know. Thanks, Josh. Happy New Year. Wish you could see more of these too. Happy New Year, my friend. When do you start playing golf, and how did you get into the game? So I started when I was 18 years old. After high school, I wrestled in high school. I ran pole vaulted on the track team. Played a lot of soccer before that. Played football. So after hold on. Just got to computers. I can hear the computer. Me on the computer. It's annoying. So yeah. Then after high school, I didn't have anything to do. I was going to college, and I was like trying to figure out. I knew that when I played sports, I just did better in school. Got better grades, performed well. So I wanted to do something, and I was thinking about wrestling. I went to a junior college at first, Palomar Junior College. They had one of the top wrestling junior college teams in the state, in the country for junior colleges. And I was seriously considering going that route and being part of that team. But I wanted also to have a sport that had I could play the rest of my life. And wrestling, kind of, there's a window of opportunity for you, and that's kind of it. So Buddy of mine was working at a driving range, and my grandfather played a lot of golf. So my buddy said, "Come on out to the range." Gave me free balls, so I went there and started hitting balls. First round of golf was 18 years old, Thanksgiving Day with my grandfather at Canyon Lake Country Club in Canyon Lake, California. I shot like 120 of the score we kept. We didn't keep track of every shot. So 3.5, 4 years later, I walked on the team at San Diego State University and made the golf team. So you can do it. And then that's why all my instruction is based off like drills that I did. I knew that from my background in playing sports and wrestling and doing all that, that I could take that theory and apply it to golf. And it worked. And I got really good really fast. So that's my background. What time ratio would you work on short game versus long game? So when I started, it's 1 degree in England. Well, Paul, thanks for joining, man. Sorry it's so cold. Today's cold here. It's like 50-something degrees here in LA. It's cold for us. We're kind of wimps. I know. So when I started, it was like 90-10. 90% short game, 10% driving range and long game, because I didn't have any money, so short game was free. And so that, for me, that's why I teach so heavily on the short game, because I believe in it so much, and that will help you become a great player really fast if you go that route. So that's what I did. And now I probably go 60-40 or 70-30 more on the short game side. Again, it's free. It's easy to go putt, easy to go chip, and then I just hit in my net. I rarely go the only time you'll see me at a driving range is when I'll do a video that kind of requires a driving range, which none of them really do, but sometimes I'll just go and do that and just give a different look and kind of mix it up a little bit. Wow, what's up, Dre? I sent you an email or a text. Hopefully you got it. I think it's the same guy. I'm pretty sure it is. What's up, my friend? Just pulled the trigger on some 718T MBs. I'm excited. Right on. Good for you. That's awesome. Sounds great. Thanks so much. How can we not see you using the Fairway Pro mat much in your videos? I do have that. That's a good question. Why don't I use that in the videos? You know, the Motivo has sent me mats, and I really like the Motivo mats that they sent. And they're really light. It's easy just to roll out and use. And so, and I just put them, I have like 4 of them now. So I just put them around and I don't have to move the mats. That's why I use those. And I love the Fairway Pro, but for video wise, I found that it makes a lot of noise. So it's not too loud, but it's kind of like whoosh, this snapping noise. So I don't really particularly like that so much. And so that's why. But maybe I'll break it out more. It's a great product, and I really like it. It's heavy, it's sturdy, so I'll throw it out there a little more. Have you ever, Lee, yeah, okay. Have I ever had a swing instructor? I've had many different people over the years. So let's see when that first one. Trying to remember back, you know, early on when I first started, I went to a guy, and you know, you could see one of my videos. I asked him like, how far do the pros hit it? Like, and I was hitting a 7-iron, and he's like, you're never gonna hit it far as a pro, so don't worry about that. And just, you know, it was real discouraging. And so I went to him one time, never went back, and then I didn't take lessons again until college. After I made the golf team, there was a guy at Sequan Resort. It was formerly called Singing Hills, and now it's Singing Hills at Sequan or something like that. There was a guy there, Mark. I don't believe he's there anymore, but he helped me out a lot and he would help me really for free. I had a lot of bad habits because, you know, I learned on my own. So there were some things he was helping me work on. Super, super great guy, and he helped me a lot just in terms of getting my setup down. So I really focused on setup and getting that. And then over the years, I worked with a number of different people. And some were good, some were not good. But a lot of them would teach like a philosophy. They'd have their main philosophy, and they try to get everybody to do that exact same thing. And it just didn't really work for me. I like to just kind of take the natural abilities of people and then apply like certain fundamentals, like setting up correctly, the best setup, and then taking what they do well and enhancing that, and then taking the big problems and just, molding it into what they do naturally well. That's my philosophy. So that's what I liked. And then I had a little hitch in the top of my backswing, and I would just say, look, whoever can fix that, I'll stick with you. And nobody was able to fix it until I came across online instructor, and that was Dana Dahlquist a number of years ago. And he never talked to him, just watched some of his videos, and I noticed something that a lot of his players were doing, and so I tried to incorporate that, and it worked, and it helped me out a lot. And then everything started to click for me in terms of swing philosophy, and that's really where I kind of went in that direction. That kind of led me in the direction that I currently kind of instruct in now. It's a long answer, but yeah, I've had many instructors. Where we go? Let me read some of your questions. Okay. I can't find the sweet spots. Could these be good? Okay, so Michael Cunningham is playing the P790s for 6 months, and he can't seem to find the sweet spot. So here's what I would do. You want to mess around with... Every iron has a different sweet spot, different brands. So your sweet spot might be on the heel of the club, which is close to a shank, but try that. Very rarely are they on the toe, but many times the sweet spot is back off center towards the heel. So just move that club forward on that ball a little bit and see if that helps, and try to see if that sweet spot is just more toward the heel. Or they could not be the right clubs for you, but also make sure your lie is adjusted correctly. Okay, I'm a 2 degrees flat, so when I set the club on the ground, a standard lie, I would look like this, and I hit everything left, because the toe goes up, everything points a touch left. So I need it 2 degrees flat, so they just flatten out the toe. That can help. Okay, when do you go to the driving range? Have you ever been considered going to at the night, because the golf shots really stand out? Yeah. So Jeff, yeah, I mean, I think at the nighttime, especially on camera, is really nice, because that white ball and the lights looks really good. So I might do some of that, make it look cooler. We don't have, let's see, just in the area. I'm trying to think. It's just not lit up very well around here, so that's why I haven't been. I haven't been playing any pro-ams recently, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. 2019. Lee, other than myself, who's the best instructor in SoCal? Okay. Well, I mentioned Dana Dahlquist. Fantastic instructor. Love his style. He and George Gankis is also a great instructor. These guys are super expensive, so if you want to go to them, you're going to shell out a few bucks, a few $100 at least. So, but they're great instructors, so I really like those two guys. Who else is good? Trying to think. Maybe guys that you might be able to find like on the internet. There's a guy over here at Woodley Lakes. His name is James Jordan. I like him. He's a little more fun. He does a lot of work with juniors, and he's really good in that space, and with other people too. All these guys kind of have the same philosophy, which is good. Once my only knock on everybody is they really get like scientific in their explanation. It gets kind of difficult to understand, where I want a lot more. For me, I just want more action, less talk. So more drills to help me achieve what you're trying to tell me. Like I just don't like all that, like radial deviation, pronation, like that kind of stuff. It just kind of makes me cringe. I don't care. I just give me a drill. Say get here, and here's a drill to do it. Here's how to get there. But those would probably be my 3 guys that I would look at. Okay. Zach, ever since watching your videos, my short game has been better. Thanks for the tips. Thanks, Zach. Thanks for watching. Here's what we have on store for coming up. All right. I'm gonna do more course videos. What my plan is to have I want to do this full time, right? I want this to be 100% of what I do is creating golf content for everybody. So with that, there's just not, YouTube and the affiliate links don't provide the income, yet that I need to be at. So what I want to do is provide a paid membership side to the content, and I'm putting that together. So what it's going to look like for now is this. I'm going to do an on-course vlogs, playing on course, so that it'll be broken up into 6 videos, at 3 holes at a time. And the first 3 holes will be free. It'll be on YouTube, and it'll just get you, if you just want to watch 3 holes at a time, great. That's there for you. And then the other 5 videos will be posted, and they'll be behind the membership side, which currently I'm going to price it at $4.99 a month, $4.99 a month. Let me know what you think about that. I know, some people are good with that. Some people are like, oh, what are you doing? And, I get it. I want to provide the best content for you guys, and I'm going to constantly be uploading more and more content to that side of the platform, the membership side, the paid membership side. And then you get, I'm going to just try to make it as educational as possible while playing. So you can see that. And why 3 holes at a time? Because I feel like you will be the best player you can be if you think in 3 holes at a time. So I want to break it up, 3 holes. Every 3 holes will probably be a 7 to 10 minute video, and then you can kind of take that, digest it, and then come back, watch another one, and so on and so forth. And then you could start thinking in terms of 3 holes at a time, and that will really help your game. So the first one's coming out, I believe, next week. Is kind of the schedule. I already shot it, editing it now. So the first 3 holes is done. Just got to put the rest together, but that'll be coming. Let me know what you think. My backyard looks mint. Thanks, Paul. Did you ask for him? Have I ever hit the ball over? Yes, many times. I've hit it over in my neighbor's yard. They are building a house back there, so most of the time they're not home. But one time they were on the gymnastic thing, and I sent one over. I was like, ugh. They didn't see it though, luckily. Whew, scary. Yeah, but usually it goes over when I back way up and I do low punch 3-irons from like right by my back door, which is like 40 yards away, and I just hit it a little too high. So that's not good. Can you do a review of the R Motion Golf Simulator? Looks like good practice tool. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll be at the PGA show this month. Later in the month, I'm going to do reviews on tons and tons of stuff there. And all that content will be coming out, and so you can watch that. And I will try to make a note to review that simulator as well. I'm trying to work with other companies so that I can review their simulators, and at least they're like consumer level simulators. I don't think you want me to review a $20,000 TrackMan or FlightScope or something, but the $300 to $500 guys. Yeah, I want to get that to you because those are, I think, really, really great. Okay. All right, Michael, it's a really slow swing, steel or graphite shaft. I would go graphite. Most of even the pros are going to start transitioning over to graphite. A lot of the juniors are growing up with graphite. They've come a long way with their technology, and college players are using graphite. You look at some of the tour guys are already in graphite in their wedges. So I would go with that. You're going to get more ball height, and you're going to have a bit more distance usually with the graphite. The reason why they stuck with steel is because graphite was a bit inconsistent with yardage, but because of how far they come with the technology these days and how they construct it, make it, more and more people are going to be going to graphite full-time with all their clubs. Okay, I started playing golf this summer. Have some old blades that I got from a friend. What brands would you recommend to get clubs that might help me, encourage me to keep playing? So I would go, these are a slight cavity back. These Titleist, guys, my AP2s. I would go with some cavity back. Callaway makes some good ones. But look around, you want to get like a thicker cavity back, larger face, thicker cavity back. It's really going to make your misses a lot better. The blades, I would not play blades if you're just learning. It's just going to be really, really challenging to have any consistency going on. And when you hit a bad shot, it kind of hurts your hands. El Dorado, senior or graphite shafts. Flex. Okay, so I'm going to say this, and I know I would go with, and I don't know what they call it, but I would go with depending on your swing speed, but if it's, let's say with the driver, it's in the 90 mile an hour range, I would go with the ladies Flex for your shaft. I know. I'm telling you, you swing it, and especially in the irons, and check it out. Go to a place that you can demo those. Maybe they still call it senior. I don't know, but the senior and the ladies, very similar. I would at least give that a try. It might perform really well for you. Thanks, Vince. Vince Edwards says he loves the channel. Appreciate it, bud. Also going to start hopefully selling some gear, some merch. Looking at things. Let me know what you merit, the MrShortGame logo or Short Game Golf SG logo on it. And I want to get you guys high quality products that you're already buying, but want to give you the best possible price. So that's also coming along. Putting that together. Looking at ball markers, towels, some hats with the MrShortGame logo on them, and I don't know, just trying to make this more of my full-time 100% operation. Because man, I'll tell you, this 2018 was a fantastic year. I really went from no subscribers to over 23,000 now. So thank you guys so much. It's been a great year, and it's just a lot of work. I wanted to quit literally like every week. And your comments, your encouragement along the way has just allowed me, just kept me going. To be honest with you, I would have quit. I would have stopped. It's too hard. It's a grinding of shooting, editing, and producing content. Man, it's a daily grind with trying to work to, help just to make it, right? And it's difficult. So I'm trying to make this what I love to do full time. So just trying to, do everything I can possible, not to steal anybody's money. I don't want to do that. It's just stuff you're gonna buy anyways. It's like, hey, get a cool product, good quality. So that's the mindset going forward into 2019. So the little paid membership site was cheap, $5 a month, and then some merchandise that hopefully will help you guys out. I guess, and I came up, I wanted to do the merchandise side because a lot of the stuff that I have links for on Amazon, you guys are buying anyways. So if I could provide those at a better price, stuff I recommend anyways, but just provide it for you, why not, right? So win-win for everybody. All right. All right, Dre. Okay. Okay, what did I work with my little ones to show more interest? My kids, I have 3 kids, so how did I get them into golf? So I took them to the course, I did and my wife did. We took them to the golf course daily, and we just had them hit balls. little balls, chip and putt and do all that kind of stuff. And then we took them to a course called Kalina Park in San Diego, little par 3 course, and they played there all the time. And I think the longest hole there is 120 yards. So they're literally hitting driver on those holes and other holes. And it's cool, just little kids running around. It was fun. We just got to spend a lot of time with them. So that's what we did. But we also really instilled a lot of practice. We would line up that 3-foot circle and try to make 10 in a row. And then the older they got, we would just stretch out, make 15, make 20, make 30. And yeah, practice can be hard, but they grew, and then they would compete in tournaments from 5 years old. And little stuff like that kind of helps them out. Makes it fun. And then once they get to, a certain age, it's kind of on them. Do they want to pursue it or do they not want to pursue it? Because I don't want to force them into something that, although they're great at, they might hate it. And so they get to an age, they have an interest in golf or they don't. Either way, they can play. So it's a lot of fun. If I continue your short game challenge practice, will I plateau at some point? No, that's a good question. Oh, I guess you mean the 5-stroke challenge, I'm guessing, Daniel. Will you plateau? So you're always going to plateau. And the goal is to break through the plateau, regardless of where you're at. So you always need something to help you break through. Now, if you're a scratch golfer, those plateaus are going to be more difficult to break through. But you're going to have to just put in the work and determine how much work are you willing to put in and how much time do you have. And figure out where you want to get to, and then you can look at, like, it's going to take X amount of work. Are you willing to do that? But you will always plateau. Even the 5-stroke challenge. If you're a 20 handicapper, that 5 strokes, through the practice plan, the 5-stroke challenge, you'll shave 5 strokes off your game if you do it. If you cheat on it, then you're not going to achieve the goal. So again, it's up to you. Do it, give it everything you got, and be consistent with it, and you'll shave 5 strokes off your game. How much for a lesson with you? I'm in SoCal, very interested. Thanks so much. What you will want to do is email me, and I'll give you all that info. Just prices change. Depends on what you want. And if you want a playing lesson, if you want to come to my studio, we'll figure it out. But very reasonable. Okay, it's under $100 typically. Vince Edwards, $4.99. Sign me up. Rock on. Stay tuned. Go to the website. I'll leave links below. When videos come out, there'll be links. You'll get it. But thanks. One fitter had me 3 up and another had me 2 down live. What's up with that? Yeah, that's not good. That is not good. So here's what I would do if I were you. Just get... Where'd my tape go? All right, you're just going to want to get a piece of tape. You'll figure this out. Put a piece of tape on the bottom of your club, like a black electrical tape right here, and hit a ball off of, like... You could hit it off a mat. It's not going to be the best. Like, I use a plastic little cutting board thing, that cheap one. I don't have one in here. But then you just hit a ball, and if it's on the heel, right, then you're too up. Then you need it flattened out. If you're hitting it off the toe, then you need it upright. But if it varies and fluctuates for you, it could be your swing. You're changing your swing a lot. So you want to look at that. And go get a third opinion, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Solid pricing, Steve. Sounds like you got hosed. Christopher, okay. Really cool seeing you and your kid. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate that. How to hit stinger flyers. So here's what I do is, for the stingers, I'm always backing that ball up a little bit in my stance for the low guys, and taking maybe a 3/4 swing and then not finishing high with high hands. I keep my hands low. It's kind of the basics for hitting it low, but I would work on it. Take that long iron and keep backing it up and seeing how low you can get it. Sometimes I try to just skip that thing off the ground, just really try to get it as low as possible. But it's something you got to practice and work on, because the feeling that I have might be different than the feeling that you have. You might feel like your hands are way forward. Somebody might feel like their hands are not forward, but the ball's back. So you've got to, mess around with it. But typically, you swing shoulder to shoulder high and not past there. You just keep flattening it down. And so then I would also never try to hit let's say I'm using a 3-iron for my stinger. I would never try to hit my 3-iron 230 yards with the stinger, because then that's a full swing. So I'm taking 3-iron, which normally goes, let's say, 220, about 220, and then I'm trying to hit it 180. So I'm taking a softer swing. All right. Christopher, have you reached out to fellow YouTuber golfers like Golfoholcs, Brody Smith, Andrew Jensen, etc. for course vlogs? So I played with Golfoholcs a couple weeks ago. That video should be coming out next week. We played at Goat Hill Park, and we had a great time. Solid dudes. We had a great round. Actually, nobody played well. My first few holes were a mess, and then I kind of went 2 under par from that. Anyways, you have to watch a video. I'm not going to spoil anything, but bad start for MrShortGame for sure. That course, although short, it'll eat you up pretty good. And it did. It got us all. Nobody did well. I played 7,200-yard courses way better than that little guy. So, but that's coming. Exciting. And then we're supposed to hopefully hook up at the PGA show as well. My boy GM Golf, we're trying to hook up with him too. And yeah, so we got things cooking. That's what I'm saying. Really trying to incorporate my 9-year-old daughter this year. Great. She has tons of interest, but can't afford lessons. I have course membership, but can't. Okay, so A2 Fitness. Sounds familiar. Yeah, can't afford lessons. Look, I didn't get my kids lessons either, so I did it. Now, I knew a lot about golf, but I would say, look, watch the videos and just take her through, really, take that five stroke challenge, that playlist. Take that and do that with your daughter. Or just take some of the videos that are on the channel and the practice sessions and do that. Because you don't have to be a swing guru to help your daughter. All you have to do is be able to just encourage her through it. Believe me, they will swing properly on their own. They don't need much instruction right now, especially when they're getting going. And I would say the key would be swing as fast as you can. Try to hit the ball as far as you can as a kid, and finish on your toe. Just get a good finish position. Look at pictures of how the pros finish. Put your daughter in that finish position, and you're good. So set up, swing hard, finish in a good position. You're set. You're set for a long time. And then just, hey, work on putting and chipping. You'll be good. Are you planning to review golf clubs anytime soon? Yeah, so I'll be at the PGA show. I'll be reviewing a lot of the new lines that they have and checking out as many as I can while I'm there. So that'll be good. A lot of new stuff coming out, and I'm expecting some to come in, and as those do, I'll review those as well and try to get you the most honest review possible. Nobody's paying me, nobody's sponsoring me, so I'm free to say whatever I want about the equipment. I try to be nice. I don't want to be too down, but some of the stuff it's pretty bad out there. All right. Yeah, would the membership site include how to play all different shots on course and the best way to approach them? For example, 140-yard shot, have a thick rough, and so on. Yeah, so as I play, I will be in whatever situation I'm in. I'll walk through that shot in a little more detail than just some of my other course videos where I just hit the shot. I'll do some instruction out there, and then what I'll do is kind of walk you through about how to play, how to mentally approach the game. Each one will be slightly different. Sometimes I'll do more of a challenge where I'm playing with less clubs, or I'm not playing with the driver, or I'm only playing with 2 wedges, or different things like that, or whatever. I will talk through certain shots and really how to approach them. So yeah, I mean, it's hard to do a full-on lesson about hitting out of the rough while you're playing around a golf, just because there's, people behind you and stuff like that. But I will address it on some level, just so you kind of have an idea of what, at least my mindset is going into the shot. What I want to do, open the club, shut the club, what club I am using, and around the greens, and why I'm using that particular style of a club. So a lot of that, a lot more detailed stuff going on. Okay, what do you say? What do you respond to? Okay, LOL now. Does your play golf? Does my what? My wife does not play golf. My kids do play, but you missed something. Does your wife play? I saw it there. No, so my wife does not play. And she knows nothing about golf. And she was the one who primarily took the kids to practice every single day while I was working. So, you don't need to play. She knows nothing about golf. But she knew how to run a practice. So I would give her, okay, I want them to do 3-foot circles. I want them to do this 10-foot drill. I want them to hit a basket of balls at the range and then go play 9 holes. Like I'm some dictator or something. No, but I was like, here's the practice thing. And she would take them to the golf course, and that's what she would do. Knew nothing. And she would sometimes, I'd be at work, she'd video them. She's like, your son's all over the place. What does he do? And I'd look at his swing. I'm like, and I mean, sometimes it's hard to tell, but I would say, look, just, hit up on the ball or whatever. You're taking it back to inside. And and then she would just tell them, relay that message to them. So that's how we went about it. Okay. What do you think of single length irons in place of long irons or both? Good question. Bryson DeChambeau obviously does really well with single length irons and is lighting it up right now. I'm not a single length iron type of person. It's not something I got used to. They'll probably have them at the PGA show. I'll try them out. They had them last year and the year before, I believe. I didn't hit them then, though, for some reason. So if they're there this year, I will give them a go and really kind of spend a good amount of time checking those out, because I think it's important to look at. It's just a different thought. But I'm not against them. I can't be against something that works, at least for somebody. And I know there's juniors, younger kids doing it as well. Well, where can I play in the Bakersfield area? I know there's a lot of courses there. I haven't played. I played at Seven Oaks. It's a private course, and I played at Bakersfield Country Club. Maybe there's another one. I played at a few private places out there. So I haven't really played any public course out there, so I'm not too sure. And I don't know the cost of a Seven Oaks, but it's a great course. I think they have 27 or 36 holes, and it was a really good track. I do believe I sent you an email a while ago. I don't know if you got it. I want to set up a golf clinic. You can reach me at 9... Or you put your phone number there. I guess everybody could call you. Chris, I don't remember that email, but send it to me again. Sometimes things get lost. I get a lot of emails. And so, I don't know. Reach out. We'll do a golf clinic somewhere, somehow. I'd love to. What's your go-to tournament day snack? Great question. Usually I don't eat on the golf course, to be honest with you. I know it's, I usually have a nice breakfast, like eggs and some ground beef and tortillas and stuff like that. I have a nice, good breakfast. And then on course, I really don't like to eat on course. And if I need to boost my energy, I drink water only. I don't drink any sugary stuff. and I'll eat maybe, it depends. Sometimes people sell these cups of tuna, and I would eat those, or I'll just bring some peanuts, or some type of nuts. That's me. Yeah, I don't really eat when I play. Okay. Have trouble, 110 distance. Yeah, in roughly a full swing 56, all my wedges tend to have a fade or I hit fat. I need advice. Okay. Okay, so D-Wise having trouble with his 110-yard shots and around that area with his wedges. What happens? Here's what happens, and it's a pretty common problem. When you hit a 7-iron, right, you're typically taking a full swing, full 7-iron. So then when you get to a wedge, you take that full swing, and you got a lot of loft, sharper leading edge, and you just subconsciously you might be thinking that, oh, that's too hard. What I do is my wedges, pitching wedge on down, it's a 3/4 swing, and I really try to accelerate more through the ball. And I keep my weight more forward throughout the swing with my wedge shots. So try that. It's just going to help you avoid hitting it fat. And if you need to back that ball up, look at your ball position too, because it could be just too far forward. So center or a ball back of center is typically where I like to be. But that weight on that front foot is probably going to help you. Where do I sign up to grab a lesson? Go to my website, MrShortGame.com. It says book a lesson. All the info's there. I think it should be there. Or email me. We'll get you in. Okay, Vince, I've been playing for 7 months and can hit the driver straight, but only get around 200, 215. Even playing the up tees, I usually have at least 150 yards to the hole. Should I lay up and play? Wait. I usually have at least 150 yards to the hole. Should I lay up and play short wedge? I'm guessing. So I'm guessing you're hitting your driver about 215, and I don't know how old you are, Vince, or kind of your physical limitations or not, but 215 is fine if you just started playing golf. That's great, especially if it's straight. And you have 150 in, and you're saying, should I lay up or go for it? All right, depends on what you hit 150. If 150 is like a 3-wood, yeah, then I'd probably break it in half. Go 75-75 and hit 2 solid shots. Might be the way to go. You get more practice that way with your 75-yard shots. And I think for now that would probably be most beneficial for you. So I like that. Whatever you got left, just cut it in half and hit the same club twice. Make sense? So if you have 160, just 80 yards. Say I want to hit 80 yards, and then you get practice hitting 2 shots instead of 1. You're really getting more for your money on the golf course. There's no this is what boggles my mind is everybody goes out and plays. They hit as far as they can, and then they want to chip it on the green and 1 putt, and you hit 3 shots, and you're paying the same amount of money as a guy who just hit 10, but he got more practice time than you did. So you got to look at, what does this round mean? What am I paying for? Am I paying for the least amount of shots possible, or do I want to get the most for my money? Not that you want to get the highest score, but you want to get better. The goal of playing is to improve, so that when you play for real, let's say at an event or with your buddies for a couple bucks or something, that you're better than you were. So the more practice you can get, the better. Okay, when is your match with the Golfoholcs? I'm looking forward to getting them out at Oak Quarry next year. Sorry, this year. Oh, okay. Yeah, we played at Goat Hill Park, like I said, and it should come out next week, I believe. Should be good. So keep an eye out for that. I believe it's next week though. And yeah, the great guy. So get him out. Oak Quarry's a great course. I've been there. Fun. I love that track. What's your background? Are you a professional instructor, certified in any way? You seem like you must be considering your approach. Okay, so my background is in television production, and golf has always been my passion. Even instructing has been my passion. I'm not a member of the PGA, and that is really it's good. You don't need to be a member to be an instructor. Now, a lot of places will require you to be a member of the PGA of America so you can instruct there. The thing is, they just don't make it easy to become PGA certified. I've tried. And let's say you're working a full-time job, you're taking care of your family, and I want to become a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. I can go to night school and do that while I'm still working. So to be a member of the PGA, you have to be working at a facility. So the only facilities that are going to hire you, if you're not PGA, is in basically like a minimum wage entry-level position. So I don't know, I have a mortgage, a wife, and 3 kids, so that's just not really doable. So there's no way to get into the PGA unless you go that route. So I don't get it. Like if I wanted to become an airplane pilot, I can do that and work my job at the same time. But if I wanted to be certified PGA of America, you can't. So I learned everything I could about the swing and instruction, and I apply that and utilize that and have been for many, many years. Teaching other students, teaching kids, teaching my kids, teaching lots of people around, and they've reached some of the highest levels in the game. So you don't need to be certified, but somebody who has a passion for teaching, who has been teaching, I can't just go and make a minimum wage and support my family, but they're not going to bring me on as an instructor unless you already have the certification. Strange. I don't get it. At least most places are like that. So, so it's been, I've tried to go and instruct places and then bring tons of students and grow a program, but just got doors slammed in my face. So I'm like, fine, okay. I'll just continue I'll do it on YouTube and go that route and try to help as many people as I can. That's the answer. Talk to the PGA of America. They're not bad people. They just have it kind of set up in a way that makes it not real doable. And then, that's just how it is. Thoughts on the M5, M6 driver. My thoughts are, I haven't hit them, and I will check those out this year and give you my full review. Always skeptical, twist face, but TaylorMade's always made great products. But they're a little difficult in terms of letting a lot of people test their product. So, I'll just leave it at that. It happens. Glad you're here. Can't wait to see it. New audios. All right, Middle East. Thanks, Christopher. Matt, thanks for your advice. Oh, with the Kevin Na syndrome and how big. Hey, Joey. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Joey had the Kevin Na syndrome where he couldn't swing, so he reached out. Hopefully, the tips help. Thanks. You said they help, so keep going, man. Happy to help. Why did I not answer the 1916 question? Timothy, let me go up. Maybe I didn't see it. The 1916? Where is that? I don't know. What is your name? Timothy. I'll look. I didn't see it. I'm scrolling, Timothy. I don't see it. Ask it again. I try to answer everybody's question. I don't always get to them. Maybe I didn't see that. So, sorry about that. My 4-year-old sister grips the club the wrong way, but can hit pure shots. Okay. The wrong way, meaning cross-handed or just incorrectly? Is she cross-handed? If she's cross-handed, maybe she's left-handed. My son, my second son, he would swing lefty. I don't know why. And I couldn't turn him around. And he was very dyslexic early on. And he had to work really hard, and we worked with him a lot. But I think that was probably part of the reason why he golfed left-handed. And man, he's got a pure swing lefty, I'll tell you. So that's just, I love it. But that's just the way he went. So I don't know if she's cross-handed or just weird. But you can, 4 years old, you can always mold that, and the grip should change over time. It should never stick just one thing. A lot of juniors grip really strong grip, with that hand turned way over, and then each year, you might want to just adjust it a little bit more toward the weak side as they go. Where did I get my Travis Matthew shirts? Any good discount sites? Yeah, Travis Matthew has been good to me. They've wanted to give me clothing for my videos, so they've hooked me up. That's kind of how I got connected with them. They saw my videos and they liked it, and they wanted to kind of partner up, and so they just give me, some hats and shirts and stuff from time to time. So I love the products too. They got cool T-shirts, and I would just go to their website and look there. I know they're kind of expensive, but I don't know. It's good kind of California, comfortable golf wear, and off the golf course wear too. Now, the PGA is just another bureaucracy. Yeah, I know. I got another name for it. I'll leave that. I won't say it. Don't be mean. I don't say mean things too often. Manchester City versus Liverpool. Okay, in 15 minutes. Who are you rooting for? Manchester City. I'll root for them. But good luck. I don't know. I don't follow soccer too closely. But man, I love watching it. Okay, who do you believe is the best fitting driver, iron, wedge? Okay, which do you believe is the best fitting driver, iron, wedge, or putter? Okay, so this is, it's personal preference. Your clubs, like you've got to try it out, because what I like, you may not like. Like, I love these lambkin grips, but you may feel them and you might not like them because it's got a taper. It's a little thicker on this end. Some people don't like that. I like it. The only thing I don't like about this grip is that sometimes when I choke down, the line, my finger's right on the line. And I'm like, what is that? I feel like there's a piece of grass on my club. The only thing I don't like about that. Otherwise, the feel is fantastic. But it's personal preference. Drivers, everybody likes something a little bit different. I kind of have been in the Titleist family in terms of drivers for a long time, so I've just stuck with them. I like the look, I like the shape, I like the sound they make, and it's just been real consistent for me. Okay, I played with a crack-headed golfer who was a one handicap. Okay, I play with a lot of those guys too. All right, what else? MrShortGame logo, TM clothes. Yeah, that would be cool, huh? Get a Travis Matthew. Or MrShortGame logo, TM Travis Matthew clothes. We can work on that. We can figure it out. Let me know. Do you want? I have a question for you guys. Would you want MrShortGame logos on the stuff, or would you just like short game logo? So, like, here's the logo, right? You know the logo. So there's a logo. Do you want the Mr. taken off of it for the stuff I sell? Or do you want the MrShortGame just there? Because, I don't know. I've been kind of on the fence. Do you guys want to buy something that says MrShortGame? I mean, that's the brand. But do you want something that just says Short Game? Or SG? Oh, crack-handed means hands are reversed. They said crack-headed. I can't even read. Crack-handed. Reversed hands. Yeah, I've played with guys like that too. Everybody's different. Some people I've played with, man, some of the swings I've seen out there are ridiculous. But yeah, let me know what kind of logos you prefer. Okay, I'm about 4 weeks into playing. Awesome. Okay, I shoot around the 90s. I feel like I should be able to break 85 or less this year, for sure. I just got back into golf after not playing for 3 years. My distance and accuracy are better. So DUI, yeah. If you're in the 90s right now, you'll be breaking 85. Do the 5-stroke challenge practice plan, and that'll get you there for sure. It's 24 videos, and check it out on YouTube now, because soon I'll be pulling that off of YouTube and just putting it on the membership side, and it'll just be available for the members, paid members, $4.99 a month. So watch it now while it's free on YouTube. Okay, you mentioned 3/4 swings on pitching wedge and down. Should I swing full with 9-iron and above? 9-iron, 8-iron, that's up to you. You know, what's a full swing? Full swing is like 85% is a full swing. When I take a wedge, I will swing maybe 75%. Also, with your wedges, you could choke down an inch or so right in there. That could help you from hitting it fat. 9-iron, I like, it's just slightly beyond the 3/4 swing, and most of what it is just more acceleration through the ball, not a longer swing. Okay, when I say full swing, I don't mean go back farther. I just mean more acceleration through the ball. When you do 3/4, it's a little shorter, but the same full acceleration through the ball. Keep it MrShortGame. All right, thanks. Tend to have 1 or 2 blow-up holes that really screw up my score. Yeah, I know. That's the main thing we want to work on too. We're going to work on a lot of that, like how to not have the blow-up holes. And typically a blow-up hole would be drive it out of bounds, hit it in the water, 3-putt. All right? And you got 2-stroke, 3 penalty strokes on that, and a 3-putt. That's 6. That's an 8 at least, right? And it's a lot. So we want to avoid all those blow-up holes. And there's ways to do that. And it's just by knowing your game. Like if you know it's coming, and then you want to be able to recognize when it happens. And so specifically when we start doing the membership side videos, when we break the course down in segments of 3 holes, that'll dramatically help. Because usually like 9 times out of 10, a blow up a hole is a lapse of a mental judgment going into the hole. And it's because we think of golf as 2 9 holes, the front 9 and the back 9, which is just, don't ever do that, right? And when you do that, it's too big of a picture to think about. Some people just go 18 holes and it's like this whole giant ball that they're dealing with, and then one bad round, just forget it, throw it in the trash, you're done. But if you do it in 3-hole increments, then if you have one bad hole, it's just, okay, it's just those 3 holes. Okay, now I just throw those 3 holes away, and I'm brand new on hole 4, 5, and 6. Whole new match right there. You break it down into 3. Then it's easier to reset your mind, because that's the thing, you lose focus. And it's all about keeping your focus and keeping that kind of like mental sharpness when you're, going 4 to 5 hours of a golf round. And if you just kind of lose it, out of bounds. So we're gonna fix that. Okay. How do you hit the 180 yards with a wedge? Wait, how do they hit 180 yards with a wedge? 47-degree loft. The more speed I put, height, the distance, how much they deal off the wedge, it makes no sense. So, okay, they're pros. These guys have 125 mile an hour club head speed with the driver. So when they're hitting a wedge, 47, yeah, they're de-lofting that to probably 45, 44 degrees. And yeah, it's Dustin Johnson. It's, it's your big guys. Cameron Champ, yeah, he's crushing 180 yard wedge. But Zach Johnson isn't. So just forget about, even when you hear what they're hitting, you gotta realize, like, they might not be right. Like, the caddy indicates to the announcer, they'll give them a sign that says what they're hitting, but it doesn't mean they're telling them the truth. And just because their driver says 47 on it doesn't mean it's 47. Or their wedge says 47 doesn't mean it's 47. It could be 45. So you don't really know. And then you're getting a yardage from the announcer who is just kind of walking the fairway, getting the number, but he doesn't know the number the guy's trying to hit. And I think that's really where those yardages kind of get skewed, because we think they're hitting at 180, but he's just really trying to carry 140 and then hit. It's going to release, or he's just trying to cover a bunker, or is the yardage even accurate according to the camera guys? The only way to really know is to go out there, go out on a tour, watch them, look in the bag, see what if you can get that close, see what they're hitting. Okay, a lot of replies on the keeping the Mister. So thank you. I didn't know. I mean, it is a brand. It's the brand. Sometimes I thought it was me, like I'm MrShortGame, but you're right. We're all part of the brand. We're all there. It's the brand. So thanks. Do you ever video analyze people's swings to give them some drills? I would love that. William, yes, I do. On my website, MrShortGame.com. Go there. I do charge a fee for that. It just takes a lot of time. So I get a lot of requests. I'd be working full time doing those, and I couldn't do that. So there's a fee, but yeah, I get a lot of those requests anyway. So happy to help you out. It's on the website. Goat, Jack, Arnold, or Tiger. Well, you still got to go with Jack for now, right? Until Tiger beats him. And so that's in terms of majors, I guess. Most wins, I think Tiger, but yeah, I think Tiger will be. I think he'll win a major this year. Maybe more than one. I really believe that. Okay, we're going to wrap up here in a couple minutes. So get your last questions. Keep on trying until okay. Not sure, but how'd it go with Golfoholcs? And did they? Yeah, they filmed it. Went great with Golfoholcs. We filmed it at Goat Hill Park, and we had a great time. And Goat Hill Park's a little course in Oceanside Municipal Course. It's not like a full length, like 72. I think it's like 66, 6,500 yard course, but very, very challenging. It's one of those kind of local spots. Like all the locals go there and they hang out, they really support the community. It's just one of those places where you feel like, man, this is a personal, community owned golf course. And you could just feel the vibe there is really cool, really ocean. It's got the beach, oceanside vibe to it, which is pretty cool. And I love how they just do it. It's really friendly. And if you're ever in San Diego, Oceanside area, you've got to go there because you'll remember that course. It's not the greatest golf course you've ever played, but it's got personality that you won't forget. So yeah, we had a good time, and then we're supposed to hook up in later this month at the PGA show and do another playing vlog out there at in Orlando area. So we may, or I don't know. We're still trying to coordinate everybody's schedule. It gets a little hectic, but that's the plan. All right, last few. What's the best feel swing? Although the top of the backswing, arms first, hips. Okay, what's the best from the top of the backswing? What's the best feel? Yeah, I usually try to start with my hips. Although, my tendency is to lean with my upper body, and it's just a bad habit of mine. So I try to get my hips working first. And I try to leave my hands up here and just rotate my hips. My thought is like I'm trying to get here and just shallow it out a little bit for me with my hips. Maintenance. How fast does a golf cart go? I don't know. Some click for me. Some quick click for me in your 3-iron video, Frank. You had a short swing with width. You wind upward, then tend to wind back too far, like a sway. Do you have videos on helping okay. You wind up where, you tend to wind back like a sway. Yeah, so we'll do some videos. So I've gotten a lot of good comments about that 3-iron video I just posted, I think yesterday. It's thank you for supporting that. And I'm going to break some of those elements down a little further so you can understand the hip turn, the sway, how to avoid the sway, because that's a golf swing killer. We got to get out of that. So we'll be doing some more content just kind of around those concepts of keeping that short swing without swaying, because so many people sway. Missed the question on the new rules. So, okay, I'll go over some of those real quick. Which, you know, you could leave the flag stick in. I played yesterday and left the flag in a few times, only because I was playing by myself, and I just, you know, didn't want to run over there, get the flag, go back and forth, and people are waiting. So just to speed things up. It's a speed up the game rule. It's not, hey, PGA Tour guys, leave the flag stick in. Tournament guys, it's not for that. It's speed of the game. Also, you can fix anything on the green now. Great rule. There's a lot of people who wear these soft spikes really make more damage to the green than regular spikes. And now you can fix. I wish they would just allow regular spikes. That would be so much better, because then you just tap that down, you're good. But now the soft spikes, man, they leave that big old, it's like an elephant walked on the green, big old indention in there. And so you can fix all that stuff, which is great. But again, that could slow down the game. It's fixing all those. But that's good. And you could, one interesting rule is you can now drop it out of a bunker. Outside of the bunker, 2-stroke penalty. So if this is good and bad. Like, let's say I'm playing you in a match for a stroke play match. We're in a stroke play competition, and we're battling out for the lead, but you're the worst bunker player in the history of the world. And here we are, and you're in the bunker, perfect lie. You could take an unplayable lie and take it out of the bunker. No near the hole, nearest point of read, no near the hole, 2-stroke penalty. Whereas before, I might be like, he's in the bunker. And last time you were in the bunker, it took you five swings to get out. This time it's 2-stroke penalty, hit your shot. So it could save you strokes. So that's a crazy new rule, but there you go. Love your videos. Thanks, buddy. All right, happy to help. I like your hat. Thanks. Travis Matthew hat. Birchwood Country Club. Anyways. All right, guys. We're pretty much out of time. Thanks for all your comments, your feedback. Thanks for supporting the channel for the past year. And we're going to keep things going. Let me know, kind of the different things you need, and I'll put the content together for you. All right? So, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Here you are. And you're right here. Oh, Chris, you just sent me an email about the golf clinic. Beautiful. All right. We're out. Love you guys.